There are works of art that leave you transfixed by their beauty, but there are also paintings that make you want to turn away because you feel like someone is watching you from inside the canvas. The story begins in the north of England, in the old attic of an ordinary house. There, a strange painting is found. A distorted face, empty eyes, and a mouth that seems to be screaming in silence. Each brushstroke seems to contain a wordless pain, an agony that wants to escape from the thick layer of paint that smells of metal and time. The original owner of the painting once said that every night she would hear soft crying coming from the room where the painting was kept, breathing, moaning, and a chill running down her spine every time she passed by. No one knows who created it, only that the artist mixed his own blood into the paint, and after finishing, he ended his life right in front of the painting. Since then, the painting has existed, carrying within it a curse that no one dares to touch, and its name is the Anguished Man. It all started when Sean Robinson, an ordinary man in England, found an old painting that his grandmother had kept hidden in her attic for many years. His grandmother always told him, "Never hang that painting on the wall." But Sean, curious about its eerie darkness, did the opposite. And that's when strange things started to happen. The painting had no artist's name, no signature, no date. Just a distorted face, screaming in despair. The crimson paint was smeared like dried blood, and the intricate brush strokes made it seem as if the person in the painting was trying to tear the canvas itself to escape. When Sean hung it up, the whole house seemed to change. At first, he heard soft sighs in the night, then heavy moans as if someone was in pain. His wife woke up many nights, saying there was a shadow standing next to the bed, and each time, the room felt unusually cold. It wasn't long before Sean learned why his grandmother was so afraid of the painting. Before she died, she had told him. The artist had mixed his own blood into the paint to complete the work, then killed himself shortly after. They say that every drop of blood contains a part of the soul, and perhaps that soul is still trapped in the painting, unable to move on, unable to rest. And since the first night Sean heard the cries coming from the gallery, he understood one thing. There are warnings that should not be ignored, and there are paintings that should never be seen in the dark. If you look closely at the Anguished Man, you will realize what makes the painting so hauntingly horrifying. The face in the painting is not a normal face. The eyes are deep and empty, as if filled with endless despair. The mouth is wide open, as if screaming silently, and each brushstroke exudes a vivid pain that makes it difficult for the viewer to look away. Art collectors often comment that this painting interacts with the viewer's emotions. Just look at it for too long, and you will feel your heart beat faster, a heavy pressure in your chest, and the feeling that something is watching you from inside the paint. Some spiritual experts believe that the painting contains the soul of the artist, who mixed his own blood into the paint before committing suicide. Thus, each brushstroke is not only a technique, but also a part of the anguish locked inside the painting, echoing through time. The current owner, Sean Robinson, said that sometimes he heard breathing and moaning coming from the frame, especially at night, when the room was so quiet that the clock echoed. He also felt a shadow passing through the hallway, just a glimpse, but enough to make his heart pound. Another strange detail, the painting seems to change slightly over time. When viewed at night, the face in the painting looks more pained, the eyes glow redder, and sometimes Sean feels the gaze calling his name. That is the terrifying power of the Anguished Man. Not just a painting, but a living symbol of the pain of imprisonment, where the line between art and reality becomes blurred, making anyone who dares to face it feel the hair on the back of their necks. After the Anguished man was hung in the house, strange phenomena began to occur, making anyone who witnessed it shudder. Sean Robinson, the current owner, said that the space around the painting changed completely, especially at night. The light seemed to dim. The door would vibrate automatically, and sometimes sighs or moans would come from the painting itself. It is believed that this painting is more than just an ordinary work of art. The soul of the artist, who mixed his own blood into the paint before committing suicide, remains locked within the canvas, and sometimes crosses the physical boundary to appear in the real world. Some researchers call this cursed art, where the extreme emotions of the creator become a living entity. Folklore has it that those who stare too long at the portrait's tormented face will feel the pain of its spirit, hear its groans, or see its shadowy form flickering across the room. Some even experience recurring nightmares, as if the painting has drawn them into its own world of endless pain and despair. Some of the phenomena that Sean recorded with his camera were shadows moving around the painting, eyes in the painting that seemed to follow every step, and even a faint whispering sound, even though the room was empty. Each time, Sean felt the strong presence of a restless spirit, reminding him that the painting was more than just a decoration. This is why the Anguished man has become a true horror icon among art collectors. Not because of its aesthetic value, but because of the spiritual power and pain it holds, which makes anyone who sees it feel both awe and fear. The painting is a chilling reminder. There are pains that go beyond human life, and they will never truly disappear.
Today, the Anguished man remains off-limits to the public. Its current owner, Sean Robinson, keeps it carefully tucked away in a private room where the lighting is dim and the air is always colder than usual. The painting is more than just a work of art. It is a living entity, containing the pain and soul of the anonymous artist. Sean says that whenever the painting is viewed directly at night, the face in the painting appears to move, its eyes wide open and its mouth open, as if to speak. Several visitors to his home have also experienced similar phenomena: soft breathing, a feeling of being watched, and even fleeting shadows that no one can see clearly. It is believed that the painting is a testament to the existence of emotions and souls locked in matter. The brushstrokes created with the artist's own blood not only capture the image, but also the feelings of pain, despair, and the desire to be freed. Psychic researchers warn that anyone who deliberately hangs or spends too much time with the Anguished man could suffer severe psychological effects, from nightmares to feelings of stress and panic. Some collectors have commented that the painting is a chilling reminder that human suffering can extend beyond death. However, the Anguished man's appeal has not diminished. It has become a horror icon in the art world, making even seasoned collectors wary. The soul in the painting seems to refuse to sleep, reminding that art is sometimes not just about creativity or aesthetics, but also a repository of emotions and memories that can never be released. In the end, the Anguished man still stands there, a silent witness to pain, a nameless curse, and a story that never ends. Whoever dares to face it, be prepared, because the painting is not only looking at you, but maybe it is listening to you breathe.